Hey guys, today we are going to be taking a look at Mutagen Man. Now this is a very special video because this is the first video about a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figure. Well, let's just get into the figure. Let's just appreciate the amount of detail that goes into it and the amount of detail that gets unpainted. But yeah, let's just look at his physical body, I guess. So here's his arm. Here's one of his arms. It's like a yellowish monster arm. It has some of the pieces are like, you kind of see like those pink pieces. That's muscle that is poking out of the I guess mutagen flesh, if you will. And he does kind of have this bluish kind of like wraparound on his arm. And then he also has like this wraparound on his arm too. He does have like a bracelet, I guess. That's probably to actually hold the actual figure together, or to actually hold the mutagen onto his arm so it doesn't just fall off. And his hands actually do look kind of like bones, I guess. And almost same for this arm, but I mean, he kind of has this like gauntlet, and then he does have this kind of like lever, and then like a pink screen. He does, all the armor does have like a cotton candy-esque color to it, and it's kind of like fleshy, I guess, on here too. Then he also does have some more bone hands, I guess, or like bone fingers. And yeah, that's just basically it for the arms. Now the legs, these are basically different legs. We do have this leg right here. This is a more robotic approach to the leg. He has another leg band, same to his arm band. And then he has this boot right here. It's kind of like a mechanical robotic boot that I guess holds the leg together. It's like a pink and blue, kind of reminds me of like Krang or something like that. And then his legs, he does have like a peg in his foot, both of his feet. He does have a peg in both of his feet, and then he does have another leg brace. I guess kind of protecting the leg, I guess. And then he also does have it's basically the same arms, but you know. And then let's just get into his body, I guess. He does have this tubular body. Not the tubular word, but I mean it's kind of like a tube body. And he does have this tube on his head. And you could take it out. This is basically a skull cap, I guess. And you could take it out. It's a little bit difficult, but you could work it out. And it does connect to this piece on his back, which you can remove and place this on this one or the rest of these, I guess, if you really wanted to. But I usually just have it plugged in there. And I'm just going to get this one out of the way because there is a feature that you can do with these and this. It's just a water container, or just a water bottle, Gatorade water bottle. And then here's his harness. Now this is completely removable if you want to. I'm probably not going to remove it, but you can take it off. I have already removed it. It's pretty easy, but there's a lot of like buckles that you have to undo, I guess. And he does come with this gun. This is kind of like it's just a yellow gun, and yeah, it's just pretty basic. It's just a yellow gun, I guess. And his little tiny pieces these are very, very small. This is a apple core. Now, you're supposed to put it in here and you're supposed to actually get it in there. Let me Try to get it in there. It's a little bit difficult, but you can kind of hear it moving around in there. You can see it. You can see the apple core right down there. And they just go to the bottom. They don't really hang out anywhere, but and then here's this little tiny bone. And you just kind of stick that in there. And then you just kind of put it in there. It's a little bit difficult, but you should be able to get it in there just fine. And it is really hard to be able to get these pieces back out once they've gone in. So be aware of that. And then he has this kind of like, I don't really know what this is. It's kind of like a worm or something like that. I don't know, maybe like a hook. But you just put that in there. And you just kind of work it around in there. And it should just go straight through. And he has this, he does have that worm in there. I did put water in him, so the water's kind of sticking to the pieces that are inside, and it's just kind of staying down there at the bottom. He does have this tiny fish. Kind of see it. It's a little bit difficult to see, but he does. It's like a bonefish, I guess. Yeah, but it's really hard to see. They're so tiny. Now the fish, it's a little bit easier to get in there, but just kind of have to push it in there. It is in. You can hear the pieces moving around inside. Then you're gonna take this. This is a wrench. It's a very tiny yellow wrench. These are all in yellow, so you know. Just gotta. I'm using this. This is a Tin Man's oil can. It's from this Tin Man figure. I just thought it was the easiest way to be able to get the actual things in. And then he does have this little piece of pizza. I guess you could put that in your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles hands if you want. But there you go. I got that inside. And then my favorite for last is a very tiny little turtle. And you're just going to put the turtle in there. And you just got to kind of maneuver it and get it inside the actual figure. It's a little bit difficult. The turtle is one of the harder ones, I would say. And we do have all the pieces inside, so I'm just going to take this bottle of water and just kind of pour it inside. I'm going to try to get this on camera. I'm kind of missing, but I do have a towel down. Or not a towel, it's actually a shirt. So there we go. Okay. Now, this shirt is definitely wet. But I'm just going to kind of fold it over, I guess. And then there's the figure. Now, he is a watertight figure, so he will hold the water inside. So you just put his little skull cap back on. It's spraying water all over. But once it's in, it's in. It's solid in there. And then you just kind of gotta move this over to the side over here, and then plug in the tubes in him. So there you go. Now, if you do expect a change in my voice, I do have a cold, so you know it's kind of a bummer. But then you're just gonna take his gun, put it in there, and you can see the parts moving around inside. You see that? That is so cool. I think that is the coolest thing ever. And then you just put his gun in his hand, and there you go. You have Mutagen, right? Mutagen Man right there. And if you guys do see the background, we do have Raphael, Leonardo, and Shredder. These are all the vintage figures. And just back there, we do have the Masters of the Universe figures. Now, if you do see a couple new ones in there, I did just recently get some new Masters of the Universe figures. But just a little fun thing I'm going to show you. We do have Mutagen Man. This is the vintage 1990s Mutagen Man. And then here is the... I actually don't know when this guy was made. He's from the... He's fairly new, I think. But yeah, you have your Mutagen Man right here, and then you just take this out. I might do a review on him. I'm not sure, but he's got that kind of like brain thing hanging off the top. Just gonna take my water and put it in. There you go. And then I did put a little bit too much water, so it is gonna spill out. But there you go. And that is your... I'm just making a mess of water, but it's just water, so it should be fairly easy to clean up. But he doesn't have any pieces in him that can move around and stuff, so that is kind of a bummer, but, you know, it's fine. And he just kind of... I'm just going to set him right over there. So, a major, major difference, I would say. Definitely more toned down. He doesn't really have much of the human features like this Mutagen Man over here. But, yeah, I'm just going to kind of get this guy out of the way real quick. And then I'm going to have Raphael over here. I'm just going to move this shirt out of the way. Just going to kind of move you guys over here so you guys can look at Vac-Man. I'm just going to get this shirt out of here. Okay. We're back, and it kind of was shadowing over the actual figure, so then we do have Raphael. I'll get to that. I'll get to why his belt looks like that in a little bit. And then here is Leonardo, the vintage guys. And then here is Shredder. He is the very lanky Shredder. So, yeah, why he looks like this. This is just a belt made out of kneaded eraser. Very, very specific, but that's all I had over here, and I just decided to use some Sharpie and just like kind of Sharpie the R and then like the lines on there. And these nunchucks are the 2012 release nunchucks. So, yeah, and then we have Leo over here. Now, this is not a vintage one. It is from the, it's like this very long line of the evolution of the Leonardo figure. I did get that, and then my dad, I did want to take him off, so he was just kind of like screwed in. And it was very, very easy to be able to unscrew. And then here's Shredder. This guy's vintage. I don't think he has his cloak, but he is very scrawny. You can see his spine. He's kind of a weirder figure. But I'm just going to kind of close off the video right here with a look at Mutagen Man. So, yeah, thanks for watching.